Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button trying to move too fast, but I'm back. Thanks, y'all. I'm sorry. I know ain't no time for none of that, but I'm human and I made a quick mistake. But back to it. I hope everybody's doing good. We already went over the services for the Miss August poll, and we've poured out our liquor for her, and that's it. That's all with her. Oh, Data Queen, High Love, Keisha, Tamika, Terry. What else we got? Andrea, okay. Teray's back in the house. Bless is back in the house. Oh, I know, Teray. I had an accident there. A little slip up. Andrea. Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh, but oh, Tamika. Okay, Angela. Okay, hi ladies. I'm sorry. But yeah. I was talking about those comments, they don't bother me. I was just kind of surprised because, I didn't think, that I was on the radar. I thought I was kind of under the radar, off the grid, but apparently not. But that's okay. That's okay. My skin's tough at times. But um yeah, Trey. Oh, okay. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I just want to make sure. Y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. I wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. Uh, yes. So, um, as I was saying, you know, in regards to what, I went through today. It was a long day, a very emotional day, but I got through it. I got through it. And uh, I gained a new friendship today that touched me a lot. It touched me a lot. And I won't forget that moment. I promise you, I won't forget that moment. Well, hi, KPR. Yes, KPR. This is a celebration for the services you held today for the Miss August poll. And I don't know if you were here when we poured out the liquor for her and did her homecoming. But that was awesome, Portland. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Oh, goodness. Hi, Regina. Yes. Yes, Andrea. Yes. We at the repass. Tamika. Oh, goodness. Yes. Terry says she hopes she doesn't. And I'm with Terry on that. No resting in peace. Because she caused a lot of unnecessary um she was just insulting, to say the things she did say. about, and also direct communication to a few of our queens. I wish I was in a nearby location with her because she would get a slap, a nice one, and it would be delivered from all of us. Trust me. But yeah, she was very disrespectful, very disrespectful. But she's on the prayer. Well, no, no, there's no more prayers for her. She's done. She's done. No, let's see. I put my email out there to Ray. Did it already blew by? I guess it did because that was the first thing I did, but I'll go ahead and put it back out there. I'm doing that right now. Y'all know I love my family tree up here. And at the same time, y'all know I'll talk too. Ooh, Teray with a roll of quarter. Slap her ass with a roll of quarters. I don't even know if she's worth a roll of quarters. We can go for some damn pennies. Slap her ass with a few rolls of pennies. That's funny. Like she's not even worth that fake ass money they use for the the videos. But oh Lord, I just can't get over her. Like how she just try to, you know, claim the whole you know, truth or findings of this. Like she was out there really putting in that footwork with our kings. And it's just like, how dare you? Like her voice just irritated me. And then for her to come on there waiting on her more views, and then she doubles back and she's not worried about no damn views, but hey, she's been sent off. I don't even want to discuss her anymore. Teray, did you get a chance to did you send an email? I'm gonna check real quick here. Give me a second, let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. I realized I didn't even put a Gmail on there attached with my email address. So there we go. Oh, too blessed. Hello, swinging thought. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. I just realized I said, oh, I didn't even put on there, which domain or yeah, that it was. So thank you for that, Terry. Bless, I know you was heated, but you did it in such a, ladylike. Like I'm not about to waste this energy of fire that I have on with her. I am not about to do that. And honey, you handled that with such class. Yes, yes, you did. Treasure troll heaven. Oh, wow. Oh, Tina. That's nasty. That's so disgusting. Well, she probably did. She probably did. Yes, y'all hit the bell for me. Hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Anybody want to get up here with me? Y'all know I love. Come on now. Somebody got to come up here and for a few minutes. Okay. Yes, Crystal. That's exactly what was going on. And Mike dismissed her quickly. He sure did. Okay, Teray. Let me get in there and check it. Okay. Okay, I got it. And bless you did too. Okay, ladies, bear with me a moment. I'm gonna get you up here to hang out with me. Yeah, I felt so good when I uh, saw Chosen on there, going through the instructions on how to go live. I was like, that is so cool that he took time out to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I just applaud him for that. I really do. Man, he's such a good man. Okay. Okay. Let me get you up here. Oh, seriously. Uh-uh. Sorry about that, y'all. I know I'm still going through the motions here. Okay. Okay, Teray. And then, let's see. Blessed, did I see you on there also? Let's see. Okay. Teray, did it come through for you? I hope I did it right. I think I did. Okay. I guess not. Hell, you're not up here yet. Yeah, for some reason, I'm not understanding. It's like it won't let me, copy and paste it in here. So once again, I'm in here manually typing it in. So yeah, just give me a moment.
Hello?
All right, Ray, you made it up here.
I'm trying to find my charger. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Great.
Bless, I'm working on you right now, lady.
It's been a disaster. I'm I'm trying to figure out why is this guy in the chat? Like, what is wrong with him?
Who's up in the chat?
Daryl Caesar, y'all.
See, I told you.
I just blocked him and sent him in a timeout. Like, are you kidding me? Why is you over here?
He subbed me. I think it was either yesterday or the day before.
You know you can block him, right?
Yes, I got that.
Okay.
And yeah, it was during one of Rob's lives. I guess he didn't like what I was saying about him, and I was
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
things, but I don't know. But he can come and get sliced up. No problem with that.
So what happened? Like the last time I was on, um, we were all in Rob's, the King Rob channel, and I was on there. So they said that one already.
When I went back there in there to check and see, if anything was going on, because I haven't been getting like notifications,
Right.
in due time all week. And I tried to pull it up, and it was like the video had been removed and everything. Like a couple of them had been removed that he had just did today.
I know, like the one that we was in, that was gone. Like the last one is from like yesterday, where it was the flashlight and he never came on, and then the one after that. But all the ones when he was just recently going off when they called the police and simply came in the room.
When yes, I
Right,
missed.
going off about them calling the police.
I had missed. Did he? I thought he had another one after that, because I think that's the one I had missed.
No, we was in the same one. The last one that I was in, when he was like, somebody called the police and everybody was still chatting, and he just went off because it was buffering for a long time.
Okay.
And he said you were trying to drop it. So we hadn't heard from him since then. So now they're saying he has another page.
Oh, well, see, I don't have that. I don't have that page at all.
On the Justice League, in the Justice League Facebook.
Teray, I don't even have a Facebook, and it's so sad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that set up. I've been saying that for a couple of weeks.
You got a YouTube and not Facebook is easy.
I've never had an Instagram, none of that Snap stuff, nothing.
Oh, blessed by God on here, let her talk, because he's stalking her.
Oh, God bless.
Hey, ladies.
Bless, you got everybody stalking you. Impossible.
Oh my goodness.
Damn weirdos.
What is wrong with them? They can't bother telling them to come over here bothering the ladies. Exactly. But what they don't know, that T-Relly, Portland, all of them are still in the chat. So it's not just us over here by ourselves, like we just over here. But we can handle ourselves nevertheless.
That's right. So, Bless, do you know anything about the new page?
He had it on my on the last video that I did. He had it, but let me see if I can find it really quick here on my end.
Okay.
And I'll see if I can post it.
So, has he went live on that new page yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get updated with that, because
I'm like, that was just a couple of hours. Like, oh my goodness. Like, but they constantly keep trying to take down pages. They got a lot of pages to take down. So
they are gonna be very busy.
Right.
What Rob say, take 5 minutes. And we right back on the same.
It does. It takes 5 minutes to make a YouTube, and it takes forever to flag it down.
But here's my thing. Flagging I've been flagging all the hate videos, and it's like I be having everybody flag them, but their stuff is still up, and it seems like Soon as we say something, they take it right down. How is that even possible? Like, it's not working on our end, but it worked for them.
Mm.
You know what that means, don't it?
Yeah, it's inside.
You know what that means.
They know somebody that's there.
What does
Gotta
that
be.
mean, Bless? What'd you say, Bless?
I say, you know what that means. It gotta be.
That they
Some
have somebody
inside.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just don't get it. Because I've been flagging straight crap stuff that's all hateful. Anything calling anybody out the name. And it's still up. And I'm looking like, why? I'm not understanding it. But they're just like coming after us because I feel like you can't make no money with a lie. And we're proving that that's a lie. So taking money out their pocket. So they mad about it.
Yeah, because that's all they're doing is just playing Chosen's lives and Rob's lives. That's all they're doing is replaying them or playing them back and you know, doing and saying what they gotta say about it. But
They don't even wait till the live is over now. They just come on as soon as he come on and broadcast the live on their live. So it's like you getting views for Chosen. All these people don't listen to Chosen, but they not getting the numbers. But you listen to Chosen, you're not talking about the case anymore. All you're doing
so
is talking
that's
about
legal.
Chosen.
They can that they're able to do that.
Yes, when they go live, they're actually playing the live as we're going live, and it's so ridiculous. Like the whole point of this was to get justice for these ladies. I'm not understanding when this turned into a personal, like witch hunt, like against the truth. It's like it's not even about Chosen. It's not about Rob. It's not about Marco. It's about getting to the bottom and solving what's going on with these young women that keep coming up missing in the state. So they're not even talking about it anymore. And it's just sad because at the end of the day, you said that you were fighting for justice. So leave that alone and do what you came here to do. So that lets you know they were never here to do anything but be a distraction. That's why they're so upset because their lives are being exposed.
You can
That's
say that again.
But it's just sad because I've been listening to Chosen when he's been coming on, and you can tell that it's hurting him. Everybody knows when Chosen is sad, and it's just it's
yeah.
ridiculous that he has to be stifled, and he's giving truth. But they cannot be out here talking about anything and everything, and they're just calling every name. It's so many hate videos. Like I'm just tired of flagging it. I don't understand why I don't understand why they're in my feed. It's like as soon as I finish watching Chosen, their video will pop up. I never subscribe. I'm like, I don't want to see that stuff. So I keep moving it out, and it's like it keeps popping in my feed. I don't want to see that.
Wow. And then if you're broadcasting the live and then he goes back and make it private so you can't flag his stuff.
I don't know how he's doing that because I thought if you're playing someone else's content, you have to take that's it's a strike already, so they're gonna take it off. That's why Chosen can't show anybody else's video or will they take his stuff off. Or you can't play anything that has somebody's music in it because usually if you do that, you have to first when it comes on, you got to get a disclaimer. I do not own the rights to this music, so they won't flag it. But he's taking somebody else's content and he's putting it out there, and that's basically like it's copywriting things because you're falsifying yourself because you're playing Chosen over your broadcast. You're not Chosen, so I don't
Right.
understand how they're still on there getting away with that.
See, that's what I was saying. Is that legal? Yeah, exactly.
It's not
Okay.
legal because
See.
Chosen try to do it and you see what happened. They take it down immediately. Infringement going against infringement laws because that's what they're doing. Because
Mm-hmm.
well, they're monetized, but Chosen isn't. But it's still the same thing. That's his content. That's like Chosen writing the term paper, and then I go take it and I turn it in. That's his work.
Right. Wow. Okay. See, I didn't even know they were sitting up there broadcasting lives as part of their lives. That's crazy.
Yeah, like when we were on with Chosen Queen. August went live with our live, and that's when she was saying she's not gonna dress, Chosen Queen anymore since her last time. She was broadcasting our live as we were on live.
Lord. Ugh. Mm.
So I'm like, I just don't understand it. It's like we are here to, um, we all came here for a specific purpose, and you know whose agenda was for the good of the situation as versus to the bad, because they never were trying to do anything, and it's just a constant distraction. And all of this is just a distraction to keep Chosen from dropping that nail in the coffin,
That's it.
because they feel if they can take away his voice, it won't get out there. But what's put into the atmosphere, and once God starts moving, if Chosen can't do that, he's just gonna move him out the way and put someone else in place to do so. Because if that's what the will is, it's gonna come out.
That's right. And just like her, Miss Pole sitting up there doing that interview, I mean, that is just so below the belt. You know that your intentions were to try and to go for your own fame, that you were there lacking of on your own. And with her saying that, oh, he's in the dark, he's there, he's lost, and he needed help to come up to the light. No, ma'am, you're the one lost in the dark, and you need the light. I was just listening to her like, are you kidding me? Like, girl.
Mama Bossy, you got to get a Facebook, because anytime somebody comes in the chat, you know I'm gonna look them up. I'm gonna do research. So as soon as she came in the chat, I had already researched her, and I just kept my own opinions, because you have to let people learn for themselves, and you just sit back and see what's going to happen. You try to expect the good in people first, but when you're dealing in law enforcement or anything dealing with corrections or criminal minds, anything, you're supposed to do the two sides. You're supposed to expect the bad and let them prove to you that they're nice. So in doing so, I found out so much about this young lady. She's had an agenda from the very beginning. She's trying to get in wherever she can. She even has a book that she's reading on how to make it in the music industry, and it gives you a step by step of what you need to do, the connections you need to make, how you need to input yourself in situations. And this is on her Facebook, and she's reading it, and it's highlighted.
Wow.
So she has an agenda. She's doing whatever she has to do to get herself out here. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, but if you're gonna hustle and you saying, I think that you need to be upfront. You know, I'm trying to get out here. We all trying to do the same thing. We trying to make this money. We trying to get this money. Man up. If you out here playing big games, be adult about it and tell people what you really want. Maybe you'll get further that way instead of trying to pull, the cover over somebody's eyes. Hey, I'm trying to get out the stripping game. I'm trying to get into music, this, that, and the third. You'll get people that are more apt to help you by being honest than coming in with an agenda. Because with that lifestyle, so many things come in. You got the stripping, you got things that come in outside. That will go into escort serving, and all of that plays hand in hand with the music industry. So she is on the right track, but it's in a negative.
Selling yourself all the way around.
Right.
That's so pathetic.
Way you go around, things would happen better if you're just upfront with people and let them know, because my grandmother always say, you don't know or you don't ask, you're only gonna get two answers, a yes and no. If you don't ask, you don't know. So you just need to be upfront with people. That'll stop a lot of this, a lot of the drama, a lot of people assuming that you're leading them on. It's just to be upfront, and people will work with you like, yeah, you was about your business. You was woman enough to stand up and tell me this is what you're looking for, and I'm gonna see how I can help you. We can scratch each other's back. But when people have agendas and they're trying to be greedy, this is what happens.
It's like, where's your integrity? Where is that? Like, why do you feel the need, to take all these devilish shortcuts? Like, why? Like, what do you expect to get at the end of this? That's gonna be just I don't know what word I want to use right now, but what good are you going to get from that? You can't foresee any good. How are you forecasting good from it? That's
The
just
word was integrity. And in this case, I'm not saying that all strippers are bad. But in this case, integrity, she has none. She has no self-respect.
None.
She doesn't love herself. She's trying to hide behind everything. Even though she's a stripper, she's constantly changing herself. I know you got to keep it up for the game, but that's somebody that's not comfortable within themselves.
And maybe it's, she started out trying to do right, saw that wasn't working or wasn't working quick enough, and just said, hey, let me see what, you know, foul moves I can make to get there quicker. That's just, I'm thankful. I don't have that in me. I really am, because it's not understandable. I just don't understand it. I really don't.
Y'all,
I just,
y'all pay.
I don't know.
Y'all gotta do is be
Too
patient.
bad for her.
My mom said that's not what she said on the panel. She said that we were fake and we got to be patient. Like she moved making moves and we not, in so many words, but she's making moves from what someone else did. Someone else paved the way and she just regurgitated information to make it seem like she knew what she was talking about. And I just still can't conceive. I feel like somebody sent her, because I just can't see, even in all my analyzing the situation, I can't see her stripping and being Bella Blue as she goes by, and she's going to all these different places, traveling back and forth. You at the club, you got the after club, you got the after party, you doing all of this, but you doing all of this research that at the same time. So anybody that believe that is a fool. I feel that they put her in place. She was supposed to be the spokesman. That's why it's like stripper. She didn't came up. She's trying to do what's right. She's a stripper, but at the same time, she's trying to make a difference. It's just not. It's unbelievable. I just don't believe it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I already told you that you can buy subs and views for $2,000. You get 10,000 subs and views for 10 grand. I mean, excuse me, for $2,000. So $2,000 is nothing for a stripper. She make that in a night.
Like, I think you were on, was it Bless panel, when you mentioned about those paying for them fake ass views. I had said that I was like, I've been saying fake views. There is
That was
no
on Chosen
way.
Queen. I was on. Yeah, she paid for those. You
Yeah.
can get 1,000 views and subs for $2,000. She make that in one night. I mean, she has a brand, so if she has a brand, I'm sure people are paying for her to come somewhere. So that's $2,000 is nothing for her. And I told you, you're more apt to watch somebody that has 10,000 views as versus to someone that has 1,000 views. And regardless of what she said in that interview, when her first initial video came out, she said about Chosen at the very end of her statement. But when she first came on, she was like, shut the F up and listen to me. Not shut the F up and listen to this information that I got from Chosen King. At the end of her thing, after she said everything verbatim, like she had read it over and over, and I've never seen anybody quote from March till now verbatim what happened that well if she didn't rehearse it. And at the end of that, and she was like, listen to Chosen King, that guy's the truth in a one-off. Listen to Chosen King about what? The information that you just gave him? Or he's a part of the association? He's my friend? What?
See. Yeah. And
Yeah, I don't believe that was anything with good intentions, because like I stated from the beginning, if you had good intentions, when that video went viral, and supposedly people were reaching out to you, the first thing you had to do was reach out to Chosen, um, and not just only reach out to him, but don't go do an interview without anyone's approval, or without even them being there. This is their content, this is their footwork.
Mm-hmm.
that's
So for
right.
you to do that, I mean,
Well,
it
Chosen
was wrong.
Queen
It was
called
just
her out, though.
wrong.
She
It was
really did
wrong.
call her out because she had her receipt. She was asking her verbatim of what she was doing, with the information. And it's like, she doesn't think that she did anything wrong.
I
She
believe
really
she
believes,
really thinks that. I
yeah,
really do.
we're attacking her. She didn't do anything wrong. But as Chosen Queen said, and I heard it too, she said the beginning, the young lady said that they contacted her. But in the end, she said that she contacted them and gave her number. And then they called her back for the interview. So she initially sent the first contact out and they called her back. So then when they call her back, she says that she said, would you like for me to call Marco and Rob and Chosen, and they said no. But initially she said that she contacted them. She like contradicted herself at the same time. They contacted me. No, I contact. You know, I reached out to them. That's what she said. I reached out to them and left my information, and they contacted me back. So she initially sent the information. I don't think she said anything about Chosen, because if had she said anything about Chosen from the very beginning, they would have never contacted her from the beginning. They would have never contacted her because nobody wants to hear the truth. So that's why when she said
Exactly.
I told them about Chosen King, they didn't want to have nothing to do with me because you never said it from the very beginning. You misrepresented yourself. You're a liar.
Exactly. Exactly. And she's just trying to take all avenues that she possibly can to get herself in that spot.
So
And
now
she,
she's playing the victim.
yeah, that's exactly what she's doing to right.
She
Yes.
went and playing that victim role because
It's
everybody
not gonna
wants
fly
to.
here because what she's doing is very transparent to me
Mhm.
anyway. Very
Chosen never
transparent.
attacked her. Rob never attacked her. Nobody ever attacked her. She initially started the war, coming in being disrespectful to the women, regardless of what she said. Nobody, all the men were going off on her in Chosen's comments. Nobody said anything about her in itself other than her being a liar. She took it to a whole nother level. But when she started lashing out at the females, that's what set everybody up. So if I wish I knew how to screenshot, because I was screenshotted and put in the thing like, stop misrepresenting yourself. You initially sent that first attack out. So this is just the repercussions of what come. You know you're not gonna come over there with that and nobody does anything because it was unnecessary. So she did that so that she can say, hey, Rob going off on me. Judstusleague is bullying somebody else. We're not bullies. They set themselves, they voluntarily come on the panel. You already know the history, you already know how it works over there. So why would you put yourself in a position where you know you're gonna get caught up if you're lying? All she had to do was say, you know what, Chosen, I misrepresented myself. Maybe I didn't go about it the right way because I was trying to help. Just admit you're wrong and apologize and move on. That could have went a whole nother way, but she didn't want it to.
And she didn't. And she did,
Exactly. Yep,
you know.
that's true.
I
And
mean, but
and up there just I mean it was just like when I saw the headline or the title of the video, I was like, oh wow, I'm telling you this is not gonna be good. And calling us crazy, you guys are crazy, and just it's like, oh wow, lady. I mean, that really bothered me. That just broke my heart. Like, that just lets you know how people just do whatever it takes with um no care about who they're hurting or any of that. It's just pure selfishness. It's about them, the victim. Teray, the victim. You're right.
I just feel like no good people that do things like that, it catches up with you because in the end, you never know who you have to pass back by, and you just don't burn bridges.
That's right.
So that's basically my thoughts on her. I'm just glad that, I mean, she started another page and all that. And, I hope that, I don't want, if she's, I give, I give a big thumbs up, and I mean anybody who goes out to pursue a music career. It is very hard, regardless of whatever background you're coming from. You can come back from a great background. It's very hard to get into the music industry, and you have to have a thick skin. And if she's complaining about what just happened to her now, she's not gonna make it
Oh no.
because everybody's not gonna like you. Everybody is not gonna like you. And the music industry, they gonna tell you exactly how it is. Just like I say, you got a flat face. You got a flat face. You don't got no boobs. Your booty flat. We need to do this, that, and the third. They gonna tear her down, and she don't got a thick skin for us saying that you a liar. So what you gonna do when they start personally attacking her?
You're right,
It's,
Teray.
it's not gonna happen. But I commend you for trying. Maybe she has to do it her way. She'll get it that way because she can handle the constructive criticism or someone, because people don't. You can. I'll give you an example. You can be a singer, be the best singer ever, and you fat, ain't nobody dealing with you. You the worst singer ever, and you skinny, I can work with you because I can throw auto tunes on your voice all day long. And that's how it is. They're gonna tell you as soon as you come in, you are the baddest. I don't know this and that. Hey, we need to fix your teeth. We need to fix your face. You need to lose 50 pounds. We about to put you on this diet. We about to lighten your skin. You need a hair week. Even if your hair is long, they gonna tear you down to create the image that they want you to be.
Wow.
In her image right now, she doesn't have one. She's trying to find herself. And she's making all of these things about how much money she makes and what she's done. And she paid a house off at 24. If you did all of these things, young lady, why you got $9.99 when you go? I'm just saying. I don't believe you. None of you said your life that you putting up is not matching up what I'm saying.
$9.99.
Your lace front look like you got it from the corner store. I'm just saying. So don't perceive yourself to be something that you're not. You're trying to come up just like everybody else. We all trying to be out here getting this money. If she would have been honest, people would have respected her more. But being a liar and being deceitful and trying to portray your agenda as being one of I'm on your side, I'm trying to fight for, and she say Kanika one more time, I'm slap her. There's no Kanika. I'm just trying to get justice for Kanika.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to, if you follow,
Exactly,
hey,
Teray. I'm so glad you mentioned that.
she ain't. We already know she followed the case so much. Then why do you keep saying Kanika?
Thank you. She ain't followed a damn thing.
That's why she came. Oh, my mother said Chosen King was her come up. That's why she came over. That's why she came over to Chosen King.
You right, Mom. You are right about that. And now it's gonna be her downfall.
Yep, because backfire.
That's right. Hmm. That's just so pathetic.
But you live and learn. I just want. It's like every time we get to where, I mean, we were doing something so positive, traveling and feeding the homeless and trying to get things done. And once again, here come the devil trying to tear down things and got everybody separated all over again. It's like we got to keep building up, and here comes this one person to tear us down. I feel like we need to be more stronger and be more aware and have the discernment to see who's really for us and who's not.
You're right. That's what I said in the chat.
We allow too many people to come over. Although we try to hear everybody's point of view, we give credit to too many people.
That's right. Like I said, new level, new devil, and that's the truth.
So that's
Come over here.
I want somebody to
And
complain about somebody feeding the homeless. I don't see nobody else doing this. Can I hear me? Can you all hear me?
yes.
Yes.
Positive always
We
creates
hear you, Ma.
negativity. And when people come into the panel, the first thing that they want to do is they want to give Joseph King a whole lot of accolades about how he's doing such a wonderful job, and and how he's going about the case and this, that, so forth and so on. And then in the next breath, they go off and they tear Joseph King down. So when she first came over to the panel, she was like, bro, we're gonna do this or whatever you need me to do, just let me know, and we're gonna get this information out to the public about this case. And then next thing I know, she's giving an interview. Her intentions was never good at the beginning. She wanted to ride off the chosen queen so that she could say she was a part of something. She wants to be a part of something. So she chose the best team to be on because she did believe that whatever Chosen was saying was the truth. So she said, I will go off on the truth and try to get some type of recognition for myself. So what she did was she called up people and set up an interview for herself. And she didn't have the Justice League in nowhere, shape, form, or fashion as part of it. That's all there is to it. And all she had to do was say that's what it was. Don't lie about something that you created because she created that.
That's right.
That's right, because all she had to say was no. It was a
That's
simple
right.
answer. Simple
That's right.
answer.
That's right. See, they want to make everybody seem like everybody on the Justice League is attacking everybody, because they do their homework. They get the receipts and stuff, and they keep sending people over there. And they should know by now. I don't know why they just keep doing the same old stuff over and over and over again with different individuals. Regardless of who come over there, they're going to do research on them. That's why I can't understand why Miss Barbara did what she did. Because from the beginning, he said, we research everybody. So she should have knew that she was part of the everybody.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's sad. It's really sad because, this is serious.
Yeah, they
This
turned it into a circus.
this is a very serious case, and it seemed like it's just views, or anything for views. And yes, like you said, they just turned it into a
Yeah,
circus.
because they always want you to get the focus, even at regular things. When something that comes on, I'm gonna give you an example of how the media does you or what goes on in the world because they think we're stupid. That big controversy of no one bowing or putting their hand on their chest or bowing or acknowledging the national anthem. They made that a big old, big old, big old thing. That wasn't the big issue. The big issue was Trump said that he was going to bomb Korea. But they played the national anthem thing up to the point that fell to the back in the backlash.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're up here playing all of this, calling the police, blocking pages, this back and forth war, they're not focusing on the case because they shut us down. We're going from page to page trying to get the information out because the nail in the coffin that's coming out is taking your mind off the direct problem at hand. And while we're sitting back, I told you, while we're sitting back and doing this and having to reap the cause and effect of their drama from the YouTubers. Miss Teresa, in a minute, she gonna look like a whole nother person. I told y'all she was getting cosmetic surgery. She's lighter. She's had chin.
What?
Yes. So she gonna be gone in a minute, and that's what they wanted. They want to give her some time because they know that nail in the coffin. They're gonna come from her. They're gonna come for her. So they're trying to give her some time to get herself together. If you went on Miss Teresa's page right now and compare the picture, because I have it, compare a picture of her now to when this case first came up, she looks like a whole nother person. She's had her chin done, her cheekbones lifted, her face lightened. She has contouring because she's trying to look like another person. And I promise she got implants because where they put her weave at, her hairline didn't go back and forth. So she done got some work done amongst with her teeth. So she got work on her teeth. So if you get your teeth fixed because she has veneers, your dental records don't match anymore.
Exactly. Oh, wow. That is like drastic.
So by the time you see her, I mean, she's like 2 shades lighter. She's almost the color Kanika was.
Oh,
She was looking like black liquids when she first came out. No, she is like a light caramel complexion almost. I'm
wow.
like, where they get that bleaching cream at? I need some. So yeah,
That's
by the time we look up, you're not even gonna. She'll walk right past you, and you won't even know it's her. Because I'm like, oh wait a minute, she's trying to look cute for a minute. I mean, but in the eyes, you still know it's her. She's going to look completely different.
Wow.
that is crazy.
But
The
she
It's like,
sounds.
extremes. The
yeah.
extremes.
And while you guys were down there in Texas, because I kept saying, they were trying to close the case, because the Murray Brothers restaurant is coming, it's coming, it's coming. Nobody said anything. And I had asked Chosen on live. I couldn't find anything. I said, have you heard anything about the restaurant? Because that's why they were trying to stop the alleged protests that we can't find, that they were nowhere near the Crown Plaza.
Right.
Yeah, you can go on live right now and fill out an application. It's gonna open in the spring. That's like at Easter time. And I think that's so blasphemous because it's at Easter time, like the resurrection. You're gonna open up a restaurant that we know people that got killed at Easter time.
Mm.
So they forgot they opened our restaurant also. So it's like all of this is coming up. It's giving these people time to get themselves together and have all this. We here, we established, we stand there strong. And before we know it, the people that we're looking for are gonna be gone.
Getting the order in order. Isn't that
Mhm.
something?
They're
I
setting themselves up. I'm like, that's not no makeup. I know what plastic surgery look like. She is changing herself.
And it sure ain't no filter.
No, it ain't. No, it wasn't no filter.
None of that.
No filter. She's still whack in the face, but she's got some work done.
Yeah, I'm
wow.
That's the
at
first thing I noticed when she came on New Year's. I was like, she got her whole mouth done. Got the straight up dental record change.
Yeah, see, that's the last time I've seen her. Was that little video she put out there for New Year's.
I keep up with every single solitary last one of them because I want to know when it's time to go. I know where you at. I done got True Finder, all of that. You not.
She's right.
That's right.
That
It's
is
not gonna be
something
a
else.
tunnel she can hide under.
Mm,
But you know what I'm saying? It's just to try to stay focused and nothing's gonna stop. I feel like they're trying to just to stifle Chosen's voice. Regardless of Chosen is telling it's gonna come to the light. So if it's not through Chosen, it's God's will because I feel like this young lady cried out and
mm,
she was heard. There was nobody there to help her because I had never I had listened. I've been since Chosen King the very beginning, since the first case, since it first dropped, since March. And I'm looking like this something is not right. Because I told you how it was in my city. I'm like, the story's not right. When they released that first talking about the young lady had was found in the hotel, it was two different people that they showed on our TV. And I'm sitting there waiting for them to come back to the first girl. And I'm like, the news went off. And they're like, no, they talked about the girl. I said, those were two separate girls that they showed in the picture. You cannot find that anymore. It's completely gone. So I've been like, no, it bothered me from the very beginning. So to sit back and I was listening and I was like listening to the case and never coming on the panel, just listening to shows and listening all the way till we got to start talking about the Mando and had my mother not say, you know what, you need to go let them know the information that you have on. I'm looking like, I don't want to go on this panel. I don't want to say anything, because I was in fear of everything that was going on.
mm.
But it completely, and I feel like with the information, it opened up so many doors because I felt like that I would be accountable knowing something that I could give and not let somebody know. And
Right.
regardless of what was going on, I've never had something because I consider myself to be somewhat, I lack empathy. I'm kind of like hard, I'm skeptical. It takes a lot to make me like, oh, or cry or anything like that. So to have this case really bother me where I'm up at night not getting any sleep to the point where I had even introduced it to my mother because she didn't know. I just had it became a part of me, like she was somebody that was a part of my family, and I felt like something needed to be done. This is just not right. And I just felt so sad that she had nobody there to help her.
That's right. Yeah, it's like I grew hunger for this case. Like I wanted to be in there and up on what was going on. I'm like you, I lost sleep too. Hell, I didn't want to eat or nothing. I kept hopping to the phone and wanted to know what was going on daily.
That's how I was.
Mm, I fit
That's
right
how
on.
I was. I couldn't sleep. Um, it was just very hurtful for me to hear that in the first place, but I knew something wasn't right anyway when it first came out anyway, because I just couldn't see anyone walking into a freezer and dying there. I mean, it's just, you know,
Yeah,
unheard of. I mean, maybe
yeah.
someone getting
Because
locked in the
that
freezer or
emergency
something like
release.
that, but definitely not wanting to go into a freezer and getting and dying in there. So I knew
I mean,
something was wrong from the start, but I
Mm-hmm.
just let it ride out, and then I just start seeing all these videos with these shadows, and one day was an eye, and then the next day was a nose, and then it was a shoe. I'm like, you know what? Y'all playing games. So
oh my goodness.
I
No,
had
what
to.
makes me mad though was making that everybody in the whole world is talking about this, even Tammy Roman. This case has reached everybody.
Wow.
Everybody has heard this. Like, the Bonnet Chronicles, Tammy Roman, basketball wives. It's reached there. She got all of these views. Everybody see it. It's been on Dr. Oz, Nancy Grace. Why hasn't this young lady got justice?
Why? I mean, it consumed a lot of people. Like it consumed me. And my family started thinking I was crazy. Like you looking at that again, you listening to that again, and blah blah. It was like, yeah, because this shit don't make no sense.
Right.
Mama Bossy, that's what they told me. They were like, "Girl, you need to stop. What are you doing?" I was like, "You haven't heard about this?" But it was so crazy because no one knew. Only people that goes on social media, only those people knew around me. Like if I was to tell someone that wasn't on social media, like they didn't know anything about the case.
Right. That's yeah.
What
I
just
feel
made me
like that
stand out
too.
with our finding um, was it just made me think like, what about all these women that have come up missing? Did they really come up missing, or did somebody snatch them and steal our organs?
Snatched
Yeah.
them.
It
Because
may.
we have so many trafficking cases in Michigan. They just recently, well, it was in March of 2017, around the same time at the beginning of the case. It was a human trafficking ring that was running out of a hotel on Michigan Avenue.
Mm,
It's 42 rooms. They only had 2 rooms that were actually rooms that you could rent, but they had guns, drugs, prostitution, and human trafficking into slavery out of this hotel.
No.
And I'm looking like,
wow.
because everybody was every other week, this young lady is missing. This girl left to go here and she came there, or this girl came to Michigan, and they give my city a bad name. And I'm looking like everybody ain't coming here and something happened to them. I don't care what you say. It's just something behind that.
Of course. And then you know how all these kids come up missing, but no one can find them. I mean, after all the satellites that we have, I mean, you could see us practically anywhere, in the park, at home, through the
Mhm.
TV, through our phones.
They're at the
So
traffic lights. You can't go anywhere. It's cameras everywhere. That's why I'm like, you can't go somewhere and come up missing. Our street lights have cameras. The stores have cameras. There's no way that they can't track your whereabouts unless they're the ones that removed you.
exactly, exactly.
Big
So I just
brother
feel like
everywhere.
we as women just need to be safe, because I think that we already have a stereotype that we are unaware, or we don't watch our surroundings. We allow people to come into our personal space. And me as myself, as tough as I perceive to be, sometimes I slip. Like around the holiday time, I got robbed at the grocery store, didn't even know it, and I was with someone. So I'm looking like, you not looking, I'm not looking, but somebody distracted me trying to sell me some jewelry. But still, I should have been aware. I allowed this person in my personal space, because that's what we do. We're usually busy. We're running errands. We're the ones, we got the kids. We got all of this going. So our mind is 100 places, and people see that and, use that as an advantage. We may not notice it at first because we have so much going on. And before we know it, this person is in our face. Because I didn't realize that I had got robbed until I got to put the groceries in the store. And I'm like, hey, where's my stuff at? This is bad.
Oh my.
But
Wow.
we already are preyed on because we are women. They feel that we are weak. So we just have to have our guard up and
Listen.
um, just be more aware. Don't allow people in our personal space. Don't be so trustworthy of everybody. I mean, because sometimes we be tired. Somebody come up to us like, you want me to pump your gas? Or, a guy. The biggest thing right now that's going on in my city is, girls think they cute. And a real nice looking guy, he'll look real nice. Come up to you, geared up, coming out of a good car. You thinking he coming to get your number? Yeah, like, can I talk to you for a minute? You come talk to him. Yeah, you can hand me all of that.
Mm,
And you like, hand you all of what? All of that. The next, he's pointing a gun at your stomach. What are you gonna do? You gonna hand him all of that?
that's right.
But we just have to be more aware. And I just want our women to be more aware, because I've been in situations in myself, and I think another reason why this case stuck out to me, because I was in a situation where someone that I worked with, I sang with, I partied with, I was with this person. I think maybe I didn't sleep, maybe 23 hours out of the day or 20 hours out the day, and this person stabbed me in my back so serious where never I never saw it coming. But my mother was like, this person's not your friend, but I'm gonna let you do you. And I'm like, yeah, yes, it is. How can it not be? I was not my friend. I ended up in a bad situation. A bad situation where I had a case for 2 years. I was on probation for 2 years. It could have messed up my career or my life on an assault case. But I trusted this person. I thought that was my girl, and she set me up to get robbed and beat up. And it didn't come out that way.
Mm,
So I fight myself out of a room And I learned my lesson and never looked back that way.
Wow.
So I already have trust issues. That, oh, this front person is my friend. No, you don't know what a friend is until you are in need. Because everybody will laugh and smile in your face and you hang out with is not your friend.
Thank you, Troy. Yes. Very well put.
Can say that again.
Mm-hmm.
But with maturity, we learn, we just have to just move on and make our mistakes or take our licks. We learn from that and not do it again. I mean, it's a lonely road, but hey, it works. It's safe.
Yes, it is.
Wow. I just I'm just waiting on this nail in the coffin. This final one.
Okay, so
Because I know it's gonna be mouth dropping.
predictions for nailing the coffins. What do you think it's gonna be?
It's like I have so many like scenarios that just be like or end results like who is it? Like I don't know. It's like my mind just be all over the place in regards to that. And I kind of like said, let me just fall back because just like in that case when I thought something would go this way, it twisted and turned and some other shit like Miss Barbara, like the
That
unexpected. So yeah. It's just like I'm just gonna sit back and just wait for it to be, laid and put out there.
I feel my scenario. All I want to know, I don't even want to. I'm not even gonna give my scenario because I think my scenario is very good. But what I really want to know is how the heck she get them kids if they ain't hers. Either she a foster kid or somebody, because they're chosen said that the father is still alive. He know who the mother is. They're still alive. I want to know what is preventing them from not being able to keep their kids. My whole thing is why? How did they end up with Miss Teresa? Is my theory from the very beginning that she was a foster parent and she got them. She was somebody in the family that stood up because they weren't in the position to take care of a child. But I'm looking like they had money, so that's going to be the thing. So it has to be something's wrong with the parents, or she's a foster parent. They was in the system, and she knew somebody. And they had that. I got these kids. What's a brother and sister? Da 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 da. This is the case. Ain't nobody gonna be looking for them. You can claim them. I just want to know, is she a foster parent? That's the only really I want to know to prove if that part of my theory was good. But because I'm not understanding how is somebody just come out the blue and claiming some kids? If your family is still alive, why aren't you with them? So what you think, Bless?
Okay, right. Okay. That wasn't one of my theories or my thoughts of this end result. You done threw me way off with that one.
Your theory, because my theory. I don't know if I want to say my theory.
I know, right?
I ain't gonna say my theory, but my theory is my so-called from the very beginning. It didn't change. I think that Miss Teresa was the madam of an escort service who had somebody or had some ties with someone who worked in with the CPS who could give kids out. And I believe that she was a foster parent. And that's how she got that. Because those kind of people always got to hustle. And fostering children is a hustle. That's a check. So I feel like she had a connect that let her know about these children. And she took advantage of that.
And isn't that sad? When those kids go out to foster parents and still get, stabbed in the back and mistreated.
Because from the beginning, Bless, their agenda don't be right. They don't really want to help that child. They just see that child as a check. As long as the check is coming in, that's fine. And they don't necessarily have to treat them well. A lot of times they don't, because I was looking at those old pictures of Kanika. She wasn't always geared up. Her hair wasn't always done. This happened probably, I say she started to look better maybe around 15 or 16. But them earlier years, she was looking poor. And her hair was looking broke off. So it got to a point maybe where she was able to speak up for herself. No, you're going to give me my money so I can go that's my money, So that could have been another reason why it was a situation like that, because that's the check that's leaving out the house.
Yeah.
It's just that everybody's so damn full of shit that ain't no telling what it's gonna be. You know.
Okay, bless. So what you think?
I tell you one thing, I don't put it past them. Whatever the nail in the coffin, well, I really just the whole twist that it took with Miss, I don't even want to say her name. Um I don't. I really don't. I don't want to get into it with that, but it's just that twist that it took. Like I wasn't really surprised because I was like, at this point, who can you trust?
Right, that's what I'm saying. But you gotta admit that damn Miss Barbara was like on the top three twists. Like, are you serious? This
No, no,
oh, this lady, what?
no.
Oh,
That's her at the funeral. I was like, oh my god, they done found her at the funeral.
I know, right? And Charles had her all circled and arrowed out. I said, oh shit, that is her. He done
Mama
found
Bossy.
Waldo. I said, I'll be damned.
My mother didn't like Miss Barbara from the beginning. She was like, tell Chosen to stop playing that Believe song. I hate it. It just reminds me of her. I can't write that lady. I was like, Mama, that's her daughter. She was like, I don't trust that lady. I don't care what y'all say.
See? Mm-hmm. That yeah, she's top three. Oh hell.
I'm surprised. Man, she the master finesse because she had me fooled. I mean, because she really didn't lie to us. She just omitted the fact out that she had something to do with it. She came in and she said, "That's my daughter." That was true. That is your daughter, and I know
Mm-hmm.
my daughter when I see her. That's true too. She didn't lie. Teresa, that you buried my daughter. I'm okay. No, what I never believed her. I never. I when Chosen introduced Miss Barbara to everybody, I said it's something about her. I told my daughter, and she said, "Well, do you want me to tell Chosen?" I said, "No." No, that's not what she did, Mama Bossy. She got out the car and slammed the door. I don't want to hear that. She's not telling the truth. I said I told her, I said she's lying. I said she's lying. And so then when she had her interview and she was talking to us on the phone before Chosen put her up on the screen, it was just key points that she kept saying. And then she said, what really, really, really made me more suspicious of her was she said, I saw you, Teresa, and I saw what you had on. That let me know that if she saw Teresa and she could tell what she had on, that means that she was with her. She said she was looking down at my baby. That let me know that she was in some type of vicinity where she could see her and let her know that she knew that she saw her. But when she was talking to Teresa over the phone in the interview, she was allowing us to know that she saw Teresa. But she was also pinpointing to Teresa, you can say what you want to say, but I know what you got on. And I can tell everything. I seen you, I saw what you had on, and you was looking down at my baby. And you better be glad that you didn't put your hands on my child. That's what she said. So if you know all about this, you know who was the killer.
But you know what, Mom? It was almost like you didn't hear that
I
because
heard it.
we was. I mean, it was like your heart was so there for her. Like you were drawn into the oh, this poor lady, her child. What do they do, and why did they do this to her? That it took them replaying, like telling us what happened, and then replaying that interview and pointing out key code talking she was doing that made me be like, wow, how did I not pick up on any of that?
Mm-hmm.
And
But that's what
I
she
was
said.
just good for her.
But she kept saying it over and over and over again. She did not miss a beat. No, she kept saying over and over again, you ain't gonna get away with this one. That's what she kept saying. And then she said about the guy, she said, I saw you. I saw you. And you know I saw you. That's what she said. And if you could just read into it, because you got and with the good and the bad, you got to read in between. So you can't just take things at face value because there's two sides of the story. and she was telling her side, but she was really telling the truth. Because she was,
Exactly.
yeah, because I'm looking like, she was like, did you see how they shaved her hair? She knew. Heck no, I didn't see how they shaved her hair. She had her hair was all over her head. Her hair was shaved. Everything. She knew everything. She pinpointed the surgical tape. She pinpointed that she had birth stretch mark. She pinpointed that her lip was busted. They busted her mouth. She pinpointed that they shaved all her hair. Do you see all the makeup that they put on her face? Yeah, we see it. How you see it? If you just get here from Chicago, you just came into Chicago. How do you know about all this stuff if you just got there? So that was my antennas went up when she was talking because we were in the car when Chosen brought her to everybody's attention. And we was riding. I told my daughter, I said, I don't want to hear that. She's lying. Well, Miss Barbara sucked me in. I ain't even gonna lie. She sucked, leaved her. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing that I said that bothered me when I said that ain't sound right is when she said she was talking to her grandson and he was like, "Why are you back in Chicago?"
Mm.
And I'm like, what happened that she had to leave Chicago? I'm just saying she can't go to Chicago.
And the point that she kept stressing that she had to tell him what happened to his mom. It's
right. I'm like, did she ever tell him?
Wow, Mom. I would say, yeah, all that went over my head. Like I just didn't see it. I didn't hear any of that. Like it just wasn't the forefront for me.
Did Mom say about the cartoon character? Did she say the cartoon character?
What cartoon character?
Is that what I don't even want to say her name.
Cartoon character.
On Antonia?
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I don't. You mean did Teray's mom mention that?
Oh yes. Did she mention that?
I didn't hear her say
I missed that. What cartoon character?
Oh no, what that what can we call her? I don't want to say her name.
Cartoon character.
Shit, I don't know. What?
Who, the pole dancer?
No, the you know about the mole in between.
Oh,
the elderly hag.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we gonna call her.
You said, did she know about her?
No, I was asking, did your mom thought about that as well? Because that's what I thought about as well.
What cartoon? She was the one that was talking about Miss B.
Yeah, I know. I was listening to her.
I messed up, Bliss. You said, was she talking about the cartoon character? I don't know what cartoon character.
That's what Miss.
Well, I remember them saying something about that she had mentioned something when she was talking to Marco and them about. She was talking about somebody about a cartoon, something or whatever. Did they see that? But I didn't know. They never divulged that, and I don't know what it was because I just know about her when she had her interview with Chosen, the 2 interviews. And then she came back and she was on the phone or something. And she was telling Marco and Rob that she loved them and all this. This is before they had came out that she wasn't for them. But my daughter kept on saying that someone was whispering to her, talking to her, giving her things to say. And then when we turned the sound up, the volume up even more, you can hear somebody feeding her in her ear. But then after that, Chosen them came and said that she was a liar and what she had done and Marco said that she looked like she didn't have any feelings or she was just straight just evil. But I knew I could tell it was something wrong with her by how the way she was talking and and everything was just like it was just rehearsed. It was just too scripted because she didn't miss a beat on what she was talking about. She just kept saying things. And then the one thing that really, 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 really stood out to me was she kept telling Teresa, I saw you. And you know I saw you. So when she just kept saying it over and over again, that allowed me to see that she wasn't just talking to us to convince us that that she didn't have to convince us that that was her daughter because we already knew that because they had the birth certificates and she allowed them to bring her in and she called herself trying to win everybody over. But
Now I did question that. I was like, what
yeah,
is she talking about?
yeah, because
And then I let it go. I let it roll off.
yes, she kept saying it over. She kept saying things over and over and over again. She wasn't trying to convince us that that wasn't her daughter. What she was doing was she was letting Teresa know that I know and you know that I know what's going on. And if you
Mm-hmm.
come forth and talk to me about whatever, whatever. See, she was talking to Teresa in clothes. And so then after a long while, to Marco and them is taking care of her and making sure that she got all this. And then she tells everybody that they wouldn't let her come outside and this, that, so forth. That's a lie. Nobody is held prisoner because she could have got up and left whenever she wanted to. Because that's what she did. When she got ready to get up and go, she left. So that was a lie. So now she's going over to other people's pages and she's trying to tear down everything. But what people really doesn't realize and haven't figured out is that Marco and his wife brought a stranger into their home. They closed their eyes every night with that woman in their home. And they don't even know what that lady could have plotted against them. Because the threats had went out on Chosen, Marco, and Rob before this back and forth war was going on. Because they had Marco. So
She could easily unlock the front
yes,
door and
yes,
let somebody up in there. That is just
yes,
ludicrous. Like what?
yes, yes.
Oh,
She didn't have enough respect and enough decency to just be put away somewhere. She went into a stranger's house plotting against them. And then at the end of the day, she turned around and said that they were plotting against her and they treated her bad. Who in their right mind does something like that?
But here's my thing: when Chosen offered to get her a hotel room and stuff, she didn't want that because if she had got a hotel room, that means she was by herself and she wouldn't know any of the information. I think a lot of the things that got
right,
out Chosen and everybody is because she was right there with them.
right, right.
Mhm.
Yes,
She was just plain evil. She had an agenda and
that's
she
right.
fulfilled it. She fulfilled her agenda.
She got us
Played us
more money
out.
because she wasn't telling the story about her daughter. That was a threat to Teresa.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you my theory. Lock them up.
Okay, bless. That was the shortest one.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
Right.
Lock all of them up.
And what's going on with this war stuff with Chosen and Marco and Rob got his own panel and Rob be going in. When I say he be going in, he be going in. But
Ooh.
the reason why they shut Chosen up and they trying to get these warrants out of and try to get them arrested and stuff because they know the truth. Chosen them know the truth, and the people that against them know that they know the truth also. So what they're trying to do is because they know they have that nail in the coffin, so they want to shut Chosen and them up or lock them up so that that information don't get out because it's only a limited time, and they know it's true. And everything that Rob was saying that he know this and he know that and we know this and we know that we know what your name is and we know what you did this that so forth and so on. They're not coming back and uh threatening Chose. Rob. They coming back and saying Marco and Chosen. Marco and Chosen ain't did nothing.
No.
They haven't threatened not one single solitary person. They were throwing the threats out there. They were telling Chosen's mother and and showing Chosen's child, and going to Marco, talking about Marco's wife, and this that they were doing all that. So now that it's being brought to them according to the way they brought it to Chosen and Marco and Rob, they don't like it
Mm.
because they started that. These are grown men. They're grown. And the best they can come with is we gonna get warrants out for their arrest and get them locked up because they're threatened. Now they're threatened, and they don't like it being done to them. But they didn't have a problem with doing it to Chosen, calling Chosen's mother's house and calling her phone and this, that, so forth, and so on. And then as long as it was being done to Chosen, it was funny and it was laughable. But now that the people is getting the shoe is being put on the other foot, it's not funny now because they feel threatened.
Right.
See, this post it shouldn't even be this far. It shouldn't even be going this far. It shouldn't even be this it has escalated to something that don't even have anything to do with getting justice for nobody. This
That's
is
right.
this is against me, you, and mine now. You touch mine, you talk about mine, I'm going after yours. This is what this is about. This ain't nothing about Dimples, Antonia, and what's the other lady's name?
Geneva.
Geneva. This ain't got nothing to do with them no more because it never was about that. As long as their money is rolling in, they don't have nothing to do with it. They come over to Chosen King panel to get all the information so they can go back to try to debunk it or have something to talk about regarding Chosen King. They're not trying to do the footwork. They ain't trying to feed the homeless. They're not trying to do anything that's constructive. They just trying to do everything that's going to tear down everything. They're not trying to do anything positive. So now that Rob got a panel and they're talking and he's letting them know, okay, we can do this all day. They don't like that.
But what the difference
Yes.
between Chosen and every other YouTuber is the difference between those two is that the other YouTubers, all of their YouTubes are productions. Uh, Leprechaun Boots Productions. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So they're all this person's TV. We're actually a group of people that have come together with one idea to get to one resolution. So we're already set apart because we're not a production. A production is something that is made up. It is scripted. We're not scripted.
That's right.
It's an agenda that they're following out. So who gave them a script? If you're a production, whose script are you going off of? So I already have I don't believe nothing that you said because I believe that someone gave you an agenda to follow and that's what you're putting up on your panel. I don't believe that you came out here as your own because they're not representing themselves. If they say it's a production, that means there's a ton of people behind the scenes that have given you something to put out there. We are a group of people that have come together that are everybody is doing research, putting all their information together and coming together to be stronger and be one voice to get something solved. It's no script, nobody paying us, you ain't getting no YouTube check, none of that's happening. But these other guys, all right, that's why I'm like when you got that production behind you and you have to look at what they're doing, what is their agenda, what was they doing before they started this? You just coming out the blue on this one specific thing. Chosen was talking about other stuff before this case came out. They were planted in different positions to be the voice of those shadows, to get you off the case and not make you pay attention. Oh, she did it on her own. What they thought it was going to do was die down, but they put it out in the atmosphere. She begged help. I said, help me. I want justice. Them bastards, whatever. You put that out in the information, out in the world, and people fail to realize what you speak out manifest. So she's getting what she asked for, but it backfired.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And
And they,
before we get off, all I want to say is, I want y'all to keep Chosen in y'all prayers, and give, see about, ask the Lord to give him, more strength and more awareness, and keep him in your prayers because his they have they try to break him really basically to just put it out there, and his his um morale is down. He just have a he's low right now because he can't really get off into anything because I don't know what's going on.
You know, I don't know what they're saying or what's going on as far as that's concerned. But I mean, at one point in time, all things gotta end somewhere. And then, like he said, I gotta get back to where I began from the beginning, how I started. You know, they don't want Chosen to be right. They want him to be a liar.
Well, my thing
See
is, I
that.
really believe that's why Chosen came on today and he gave the instructions on how to start a YouTube to his subs because he wants to. My voice is not able to get out here. I'm gonna put this out here so y'all know how to do it. Get your subs up and keep the Justice League open and aware. That's my analysis of why he did that. Because I'm looking like, why would he do that? You know, he wants us to let. He's still here and
Mhm.
he hasn't forgot. Nothing changed. Keep going, keep it moving. And I think that's why he gave the YouTube tutorial. But that's my
And that
analogy.
makes sense, Teray. That does. You
It
sit back,
really
yeah.
does. Yes.
I can see that, yeah.
So I
And we
get
Because
all
y'all
it
have a
talking,
was just out
voice.
of nowhere.
right? It was. It just came out of nowhere. He went from
He didn't
talking
mention
about
he was
work your
gonna do
fake
that.
lives to starting your YouTube page because he doesn't want us to be quiet. He doesn't want us to stop. He wants us to continue to go forth because yes, they may be trying to stifle him at this moment, but he hasn't forgot. He's not off the case. He wants us to continue to work, and that's just my analysis. It may not be so, but Chosen and Gemini, I believe that's what he's doing.
Mhm. Wow.
So, ladies,
That's
I done talked
awesome.
enough. I let my mama talk to y'all. I gotta
Yes,
go to school in the
y'all. We
morning.
love mom. Yeah, we
Thank you
love all
for
the moms,
talking to
right?
us.
We love all
So
the
it was
moms.
fun talking with you, Bless. This is my first time being on the panel with you.
Oh,
It is
thank
my first time
you.
being on the panel with Bless.
It's a
So I
blessing
enjoyed
talking
you.
to all of you all, my
Yes,
family.
yeah.
And let's keep the prayers up and stay strong.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
right.
too.
Family, I know it's getting late. Well, it is late. Hell, y'all, it's almost 2 o'clock my time. And I know a few of us got to get up and start the week out early. And I don't want to be the cause of nobody going into work late. And I thank all y'all for showing up tonight. I enjoyed our live tonight. Um, and I will see y'all or chat with y'all the next time around.
All right,
Thanks
Mama
for
Bosses.
listening, Teray. But
No,
Teray's mom, we're gonna have to get a name for Teray, your mom. We're gonna have to get one. We got Mama Chosen. We
they be
got the
calling her
J.
Mama Teray. That's what Rob Mama
I
Teray.
was gonna say that too, Mama Teray. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you, Mama Teray.
Good night.
Good
All right,
night,
y'all have a
ladies.
blessed night.
You
Okay.
too. Good night.
Thank you, y'all. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
No.